Hey guys, we are here again. Last week we learned many things like, for example, kind of art, adjective to describe art, the passive voice, object, handcrafts, and materials, and the passive participle process. And I'm going to start with kinds of art. They are drawing, jewelry, pottery, fashion, sculpture, photography, and painting. And the adjectives to describe art are beautiful, exciting, fascinating, relaxing, thought-provoking, awful, boring, weird, silly, depressing, feminine or masculine, unusual, practical, and interesting. For example, we can say, I think this photography is fascinating, or this sculpture is boring.
Grammar. Passive voice. The passive voice can be in different tenses such as examples: simple present and simple past. Am, is, are plus past participle. Was and were plus past participle. Examples with simple present. The door is opened by him. Examples with simple past. The door was opened. Present and past continuous. Progressive. Am, is, are plus being plus past participle. Was and were plus being plus past participle. Examples. Present continuous. The door is being opened by him. Past continuous. The door was being opened by him. Present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect. Have or has been plus past participle. Had been plus past participle. Example with present perfect. The door has been opened by him. Past perfect. The door had been opened by him. And future perfect. The door will have been opened by him.
Let's keep talking about passive voice. The passive voice can be in different tenses, such as future tenses. We can use it with will, and the structure will be will plus be plus past participle. Like for example, he will open the door. And in passive voice, it is the door will be opened by him. Then we have the uses with be going to, which the structure is am, is, or are going to be plus past participle. Like for example, he's going to open the door. And in passive voice, it is the door is going to be opened by him. And finally, we have the past modals, in which we have to use just ought to, be supposed to, should, may, might, and their negatives. With them, we use modal plus have been plus past participle. Like for example, he was supposed to open the door. The door was supposed to be opened by him. This is an exception using be supposed to, because be supposed to is in past. Then we have he may not have opened the door. The door may not have been opened by him.
Today I'm going to talk about a little bit of passive voice questions. First, we have yes/no questions. We answer this type of questions exactly like its name says, only with yes and no. For example, was this wood figure carved by hand? And the answer is yes, it was for positive, and no, it wasn't for negative. And the last one, we have information questions. They are used to obtain information about place, the name of a person, a time, day, or the reason for something. For example, what is this made of? It's made of gold. What is this book used for? It's used for read good stories. And when was the Starry Night painted? It was painted in the 1889. How were those jeans manufactured? By machine. And where was that cell phone made? In China.
Passive participle phrases. On this left side, we have some passive participle phrases. The first one says, be inspired by. The second one says, be influenced by. The third one says, be fascinated by. And the last one says, be moved by. So in this on this right side, we have some examples as we can use these passive participle phrases in a sentence. So the first one says, for his art presentation, Dave White is inspired by contemporary environment. The second one example says, Natasha Rickerson was influenced by Princess Diana for her looks. The third one example says, I have always been fascinated by people who live traveling. And the last one example says, we will be moved by the film called A Dog's Way Home.